Hi everyone, I'm Wolfblocks, and welcome back to SimCity Creator, and we're in the mayor's office. Hi, you're Mayor Wolf, right? My name is Steven, and I help handle the city's trash. Wind City doesn't really have a recycling program in place, does it? Did you know that most cities these days are building recycling centers? Here, this is what they look like. It looks like everyone is concerned about global warming. Well, that is the name of the age. At facilities like these, garbage is separated by type and recycled for use in fields and other places. This way, trash that would just be thrown away before can now be used to help the city again. These facilities can also handle far greater amounts of trash than normal garbage collection centers. Those nasty little garbage piles from earlier ages. That said, there's still places that will collect trash, garbage, which means people won't want to live close to them. Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, that's his explanation. Yep, I think we got it. This is actually what we're going to be placing down now that we don't have to worry about garbage incinerators, so awesome. The happiness of the city is in our hands. Well, I'm going to do a little bit more expanding of our city, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hi there, Mayor. My name's Roberta, and I'm a citizen of Wind City. But never mind that. Did you know about this? I heard that the next city over sent us a marina. Marinas are so beautiful. They're like little slice of paradise on water, and fancy too. They're not just for storing boats either. They have all sorts of marina sports too. Just having a marina here will do wonders for the city's imagine? I think she meant image. So you should totally make one. Oh, I'm sorry for speaking so informally. Well, at least she's sorry. Oh well, no sense worrying about it. That's pretty much it. I think we got it. We'll be building a marina in a little bit. We still got our waterway. I knew you'd get it, Mayor. I think a marina would be a fantastic addition to the city. Before we moved on any further, what I wanted to mention is the research tab. What you want to do for this era is move this all the way over to 200%, 1,000 simoleons, if you can afford it, which hopefully you are able to early on. The main focus of this age is going to be unlocking some of the more advanced buildings that'll make it easier to develop our city, but they'll also cause less pollution, and that's important for this age because we're focusing on getting high land values so that we can increase our population as much as possible. Another thing I wanted to mention is that despite education system in this game being kind of hard to figure out, I wanted to mention that even though my education budget is insanely low, my population's education level is still quite high. It's been decreasing a little bit, but it doesn't seem like that just your raw budget and number of schools directly affects your city's education level. We're still trying to figure out what exactly does, but hopefully that'll give you a better insight into how it works, maybe a little bit. But I'll see you when we hit our next notice. Well, hello there. You must be Mayor Wolf, eh? I'm nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm Blake. I must say you've done a wonderful job with Wind City. I really love it here. But there's one thing about it that bothers me a bit. It's the city's artistic sensibilities, or rather, the lack thereof. Mayor Wolf, please think of what comes to mind when you think of famous cities around the world. New York's Broadway, Paris's L'Opera, Italy's La Scala. I'm sorry, I don't know Italian. I did take French in high school though, so kind of a disappointment. Fabulous cities always have a fabulous theater as well. So, Mayor, I strongly suggest that you too build a theater of the arts. With such a theater in our city, not only would land values increase, so that sounds great, but our citizens would be thrilled. And when art proliferates throughout our city, it will attract other Sims from far and wide to live here. Whoops, look at the time. I'm afraid I must be on my way. We got it. Wonderful, wonderful. We'll be building an art gallery in Wind City. I do beg your pardon, Mayor Wolf. My name is Melvin, and I'm here on behalf of Peace Power. Thanks to your contributions to our research funds, our experiments finally succeeded. At long last, Wind City is now capable of building nuclear power plants. I know you may have heard some bad things about them, but don't worry, they're not as nearly as bad as that. Naturally, you do have to be very careful as to where you put one, as it has the unfortunate, inevitable effect of lowering the neighboring land value, so keep it away from your city center. That's actually where the highest land value tends to be, at least in this game anyway. If you're familiar with American cities, maybe not so much, but you know what we want to do is keep it towards our industrial sector, not so much our residential. But it can easily output more than twice as much power as an oil plant, which is what we're currently using. And if that wasn't enough, it has practically no detrimental effects on its environment. Well, we got a lot of parks, so that's not a huge deal. Now, everyone knows that a nuclear plant explodes. When it explodes, it releases a lot of radioactive contamination. As long as you know what you're doing, though, you shouldn't have to worry about that at all. Believe me, Mayor, this is your only resort if you want to reduce the city's pollution. Well, that was his explanation. So what I actually didn't know for a long time in this game is that you actually can have... That warning isn't just like a recommendation or helpful historical advice. It's a real thing in this game. If your nuclear power plant is overstressed or runs out of years, it can explode. And if it explodes, you will get an event in this game that says, hey, the city kind of just got nuked. Are you sure you really want to continue? I don't think there's really anything to salvage. So definitely be careful with them, but I don't think I've actually ever had problems with them. They do cost a lot of money, but with the setup we have, we got a lot of money rolling in. We should be able to build all of them. We should be able to replace all of our oil plants. So yes, we got it. Incidentally, if the plant does explode, oh yes, the effects will be disastrous. Good day, Mayor Wolf. I'm Adam from the Committee on Global Warming. Mayor Wolf, let me ask you, how much do you know about global warming? Well, I think I know quite a bit, but we at the committee feel that it's time for Wind City to begin taking serious measures. This is one idea we came up with. What about changing all the city's power to wind power plants? I don't know about that one, buddy. Most of the gases that are causing global warming are produced by power plants. And actually, I misspoke earlier. We actually have coal plants, not oil plants, so even bigger upgrade. But with wind power plants, the problem is eliminated completely. After all, the only power source is the wind, which has no detrimental environmental effects whatsoever. I trust that you have heard of Denmark, Mayor. Ah yes, it's a country in Scandinavia. Their entire country already uses wind power for 16% of their energy, and they plan on going to go to 50% soon. I wonder what their actual percentage is now. Now it's true that the power output from these plants is far less than other power plants. What we're hoping for in the future is actually what is highlighted here on our top map. Is what I'm holding out for is the geothermal plants, and that's what I've planned for right next to the water plants and our water. But we'll place down a few wind power plants because I suppose we're Wind City and that would make sense. But since they have no bad environmental effects, you can just build a lot to make up the difference. With the space we have in our city, I don't know about that. Anyways, that's all he's got to say to us, but we understood it. And, of course, the happiness is in our hands. And for what we needed our education level to be up for, hey there, Wolf, it looks like the city's education has been improving nicely. It looks like the Sims that have graduated from college now want to study more specialized fields. So I have a proposition. Why not build an archaeological research facility? Archaeology, as you know, is a study of human history through excavations and artifacts. With the research done here, we may eventually be able to solve some of the riddles of history. And in addition, this building helps keep the environment in good shape and raises the land value. If you happen to have the funds, I'd love it if you choose to build one in our city. So did that? Oh yes, we got it. We'll be placing one down. Good, good. Be sure to build it in a spot the researchers feel inspired to work. So what this is going to allow us to do is advance our big tree from previous eras into a museum if we go down this route. The preferred route for if you're playing Global Warming Age and want to make it a post-Global Warming Age is to keep the big tree around and not chop it down and not turn it into anything. Oh, and that's what we'll be doing for when we make it to post-Global Warming Age, but we have another save slot, so we'll be sure to make sure we unlock every building. So, good, we got it. Good day, Mayor Wolf. I'm Aaron from the International Peace Army. We are very pleased with how peaceful Wind City has been as of late. However, Mayor, I urge you to consider, who is it that is upholding this peace? That's right, it is we, the International Peace Army. And in order to continue our peacekeeping efforts, we would graciously appreciate the cooperation of Wind City. Therefore, we would like to propose that you build a munitions factory. Ooh, that doesn't sound that good. A munitions factory is a factory that produces various items that are necessary for war. I'm afraid I can't go into the specifics at this time, but I can say that a munitions factory would provide a huge boost for commerce and industry. You may or may not know this, but there is a lot of technology that is required for war. Not only cameras and TVs, which are givens, but remote controlled machines as well. It would make itself invaluable to the city's industry in no time at all. Oh yes, we got it. But I don't think we'll be building... Oh, now if you'll excuse me. I'm sorry, Mayor Wolf. I overheard your conversation just now. And if I may say so, are you sure that building a munitions factory would really be the best thing for world peace? There are so many Sims out there whose lives are threatened by war. Isn't that enough reason to refuse to have anything to do with it? At least, that's what I think. Incidentally, that officer just failed to mention this now, but munitions factories have a hugely negative effect on their surrounding land value. And because they're also factories, they release a lot of pollution into the environment as well. Anyway, that's all he wanted to say. And we won't be building that now. We definitely don't want that in our city, but what I wanted to do was build the special buildings that we have unlocked. So we're going to build our our archaeology lab. We're going to place that right here. And then over here, we're going to place our theater of the arts. I actually built this little area over here. And that should be it. Hopefully we'll unlock another building sometime soon. So you see our population has skyrocketed, though. It's mostly thanks to the industry zones. But we've also been slowly replacing our lower density residential zones with higher density residential zones. I'm not sure why our land value is having such issues up here, but generally what I've seen is that as time goes on, the land values do increase a little bit. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when new content comes out. I'm Wolflox, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.